Guys, something great happened in the lightweight division that most people don't really realize. It opened up. Let me explain what I mean by this in this video. Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA. The lightweight division in the UFC is for many fans the most amazing and best to watch division in the UFC. I believe bantamweight is had to have with them, but still, let's just say the lightweight division has been the most prominent division in the UFC lately. The biggest stars are coming from the lightweight division. But there has always been a problem in the last few years that I talked about a lot, and now this problem seems to be kind of solved.
And I liked it.
Which was the top 5 lightweights, of course, that fluctuated a little bit, but the top 5 lightweights kind of seemed to only fight each other the whole time and never open up. And the open division is the best for all fans and competitors. And it's the only fair thing. Because if you haven't realized it, Gaethje fought Gaethje against Chandler, Gaethje against Poirier, Gaethje against Oliveira, Oliveira against Chandler, Oliveira against Poirier, Oliveira against Gaethje, I already mentioned this, then Poirier against Chandler, Poirier, you know what I mean? Like, those top 5, and Tony was a part of this for some time, Conor was a part of this for some time, Dariush for a short time, they're always just fighting each other. And of course, Islam the champion, obviously, and they never really let anyone in.
Get the fuck out of here!
And now, finally, something very unexpected to me happened. And the biggest unexpected thing is Dustin Poirier against Benoit Denis. This is such an interesting thing to me because Dustin Poirier always talked about how he wants no fight that doesn't mean anything. He only wants a title fight or a big money fight, or a fight that gets him to a title fight. And not like 2 fights away. He said, my next fight is either for a title or for a #1 contendership, which kind of would indicate to us that Benoit Denis against Dustin Poirier is for #1 contendership if he sticks to his words. But you have to see, Benoit Denis is like 8 spots behind Poirier or something. Benoit Denis is number 10, number 11, number 12, something like this ranked, newly ranked. And Dustin Poirier has been in the top 5 since forever. And I love this fight. But for Dustin Poirier, it's such a risky fight with so less to win. Because if he beats Benoit Denis, okay, Benoit was just a hype train. He just got exposed now by Poirier, blah, blah, blah. He could never hang in there with the top 5. We just saw it right now, blah, blah, blah. Because Benoit Denis, I believe in him since a long time. I even did a video about him, check it out.
Everything is possible in your life when you believe.
I believe it's a stage to get, but he's not that proven yet. He fought a Fervola. Okay, he fought some other names that casuals don't know yet, or don't know at all, better said. So it's not like Benoit Denis has a crazy resume where people will be like, wow, and Poirier beat that guy? Wow. The only thing is he's young. That's the only thing you could say to kind of in Poirier's defense, to the casuals. We, MMA freaks, we know how good Benoit Denis can be. But also for us, we haven't seen him against those top 5 guys. That's a valid point there. If Poirier beats him easily, everyone will say, okay, yeah, he was just a hype train with nothing behind and he just got reality checked.
There was no check. There was not one of them I checked.
But no one will say, oh my God, Poirier is the man. Give him a title shot. I don't think people will say that. So for Poirier, it's maybe he could win a title shot, depending on how he goes with it with the UFC. But otherwise, if that's not the case, there's not really much to gain for him. So it's really interesting that he accepted that fight against Benoit Denis. I love it though. I love an open division and I love that fight. That's pure violence. I love it. And also Arman against Charles is pretty interesting because now Arman really gets into the title picture. I said when Arman fought Dariush that Dariush opened that gate, that top 5 gate for Arman. And now you can see as soon as you enter the top 5 gate, you are in the title picture ASAP and you get those fights that you could never get. Guys like Charlie Oliveira, Poirier, Gaethje are normally fights that you kind of can't get if you're not in that top 5. And it's so hard to get in that top 5. As I said, maybe now they're opening up the division. But you see how fast it goes. Now Arman is fighting Charles, and if he beats Charles, he's fighting for a title. That's how quick you can go once you are able to enter that top 5 gate, that fence, once you break that fence.
And I broke his rib.
But once that fence is removed now, That means the division is much more competitive, there's more competition, it's more open. It's just much better for the fans, for the fighters. It's maybe not as good for a guy like Chandler, Poirier, Gaethje, for those long reigning top 5 guys, but I love that. What do you think about those matchups and about the top 5 of the lightweight division finally opening up? Write it in the comments, guys. I would appreciate that. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel. I would appreciate that as well, obviously. And most importantly, that you can enter the top 5 of the UFC's lightweight division. Make sure to get your sleep in. Until the next one, bye-bye. Blood support out.